Good morning, guys. Welcome to Operation Crypto. Price analysis on altcoins today, requested by you guys. Been quite low on the content this week, had a few things on, but it's time to look at the charts. And as ever, we'll start off with Bitcoin. And we've had that pullback. I did say yesterday, so look, it's looking like the next leg up is incoming. And then futures pulled us down here. This was the futures, we lost that level. And it's pulled us back, so stand by for any manoeuvre up until something looks like it's going to catch some support. Here, mainly the reason, look at that, we've seen a little bit of strength in the dollar this morning, which is ultimately pulling the rest of the market down, and Bitcoin is just losing that $20,099 range at that 382 level. So no change to the last 136 days of crab action. I mean, there's no change to the downward pressure that we've been seeing for the last year, really, ever since we hit those highs on the 7th of November. That has been down only. But yeah, it is what it is. This move is selling off a little bit, and there's a good chance we may come down and test 19,771 before we see any type of bullish price action to that upside. But it is what it is. Not too bothered. We'll just wait a little bit longer. So, altcoin requests. There are quite a few here, so we will start with a few. Shaman saying cover it naked with a Santa hat on. No Santa hat yet, mate, and definitely not naked. So let's start off with Algorand. A few people have been asking for us recently, and I seem to just be not covering it. So let's start off with Algorand. Let's have a bit of a zoom out, and most like most other assets, we are in Crab City, Slipper City, as you can see. This is a major support level down here, down at 28 cent, but currently at 31 cent. I'm not sure what that green box is there for. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We've been in this period for quite a while now. I mean, you would expect the same as Bitcoin if you look at it from when we came into the lows here. Pretty much 138 days we've been down at this range, and it has been a bit bleak. But you could say it's an accumulation period. You could say it's a consolidation period. You could call it what it is. You could also think it has been the next liquidity before that next major leg down, which is always a possibility too. And you can't be in that up-only mentality all the time, although I personally prefer to just have a bullish narrative. You can't be expecting the markets to pump up all the time, and that, we're not seeing that yet, and we're nowhere close to that yet. But looking at Algorand, weekly time frame, you can see we have got some support down here where this wick hit down at 22 cent, and below that we've got a crazy level down at 9 cent. I don't think it'll go down there, to be honest. That would be a really nasty shake-off, and you're probably going to see, I mean, depends what goes on with the economies worldwide. I know we're having a little short lull in the battle now, but there's nothing to say that markets can't continue down. And what is to say, for example, what if Bitcoin went down to 10k? What would altcoins do if that happened? I'm not going to say it's going to happen because I don't think it will, but that possibility is there, so you can't look away from that. And if it does happen, don't beat yourself up about it. Use it as an opportunity. So for me personally, I keep a healthy pot of stable assets. I mean, I have been buying recently, but there's a possibility that prices could always come down. That is an opportunity. I don't think it'll happen, but the opportunistic times are potentially there. So just save some just in case it did come down to here. But all in all, we're having a nice level of support here. We've had a double bottom on that weekly time frame there and pushed to the upside, and we have sold off and we come back into this area now. I think for any decent price action, you need to get back above these 2 weeks here. I think that could be a decent level at 45 cent. But beyond that, there's no major resistance until you get up to around 67 cent. I think that's a massive TP area. If the price did come up to 67 cent and you're holding Algorand, personally, I would really consider taking a large chunk of it off, because look at that, 3 massive wicks there that bounced off exactly at the same point. 2 double taps here. Look at these 2 candles which have tapped here. This one here, maybe a few bust outs above, but it's nothing to really consider. I would be taking major profit there at 67 cent. No matter, even if the bull runs back, it's still a long way up from there though. If you look at that in terms of a price range from current price up to there, you're talking about 113% move. The markets don't look like they're going to offer us that, but when everything looks doom and gloom, the market usually does have a tendency to go against the crowd. And for me, I really think that could be a nice selling level at 67 cent. So buys pretty much here at 27 cent, and I would ladder all the way down to 9 cent just in case. If you don't get filled, you keep your money. And then beyond that, look at TP up here at 67 cents, potentially at these two taps here, around 45 cents too. So that's Algorand. METIS, I covered METIS the other day, but let's have a quick look at it. Drop down to a daily, zoom in. I think I talked about buy zones for METIS, and yeah, I said here, look, use these Fibonacci's at 28, 29, 27, and then look, have some orders here at $25. I'd still potentially look at trying to get some orders filled if Bitcoin continues and it loses 19k and it pulls us down. Then I would look at $25. But yeah, nothing too much to talk about there yet. Buy orders are being filled as according to the previous video, so just monitor that. Big TP level up here at $32, which is where a substantial amount of my buys were. But I also bought a lot quite down at $19 as well. So yeah, I'm still in decent profit on METIS, and I will be taking profit at 32, and then beyond that, big level up at 49. RSR, I'm actually going to do on Monday, coming this Monday, I'm going to do a full video on RSR in price analysis. It is what I tend to do every 2 weeks. So if you want me to cover an RSR, just please wait until that Monday video. PYR. I've heard a lot of big influencers talk about PYR. They have their own blockchain as well, which is a good point to note, but still range bound. Like most of our assets, we are trapped within this trap here down at the bottom. And to be fair, we've got above EQ here, which is equilibrium, the central trading area of that entire range. And for me, I mean, what is it at $4? I'd be lapping this up, to be honest. I'd be buying the hell out of this, because what they've got in terms of technology, in terms of partnerships, I think it is a solid asset and it is low. Where have we been in the past on PYR? I mean, I'm not sure how far this chart data goes back, but we went up towards $50 there. And yeah, look, for me, it is a solid buy in terms of tech. Fundamentals will prevail eventually when the market does start to flip around. So yeah, we're in this box here, I would just call it a buying area. Anything within this range, buy it. If you're looking to take profit, then skim a little bit at 527, and then I would also be selling at $8 too. Not everything. Just keep methodically taking bits of profit off the table, laddering them in, laddering them out, and just rinse and repeat that. Somebody's mentioned WCI. I actually got a bit of WCI. I will maybe do that in a low cap video next week. RSR again. BLOK. BLOK is another one of those assets which I bought some BLOK. There we go. It's one of those metaverse assets that rode that Meta, the Facebook hype up, and then it died off. This is one of these things that happen. Like, remember when CryptoPunks came out, for example? They were shafted. Nobody wanted to buy them. It was a new concept. NFTs were booming, they buzzed up and then they buzzed down. This is the same that will happen in the metaverse space, in my opinion. I think the metaverse in the future will be huge, and I think it is also that cross narrative between GameFi, Web3, and all those in combined together can offer you that opportunity for the next major wave in crypto, in my opinion. I think personally that GameFi and Web3 combined together will be the main reason for mass adoption in cryptocurrency. We are not there yet. A lot of these assets are still building, and they're building cool things. Still not amazing, but they are building cool things, and I think it will be an asset that I personally would potentially look to buy down at these levels. I mean, we'll way below a penny. If you're looking at this, we bounced off this region quite a few times here, and that's at 0.002847. They might look dead and out of the water, but if you look at the fundamentals, assets are still continuing to build. When the market does return to a positive nature, you will start to see some decent gains on the assets what people are bullish about. People might be sitting on the sidelines now waiting for a corrective pattern to happen, and might be waiting for World War III to break out. You just never know. There's a lot of things going on in the world which can massively influence the price of cryptocurrency. And for me, right now, is a buying opportunity for myself, because I'm happy to buy an asset that I believe in, which could go underwater potentially for a certain amount of time. I've got plenty of stables there to cover me for years, so that's no worry for me. But looking at assets, if you're a personal investor, do not go all in. Put little bits in. If it starts going up, just put a little bit more in and wait for a clear sign reversal, because we've had nothing like that yet. But I mean, if you're looking for sells and we start to get any type of manoeuvre, then you're looking up here. This is a nice level at 0.006, and that's probably about an 100% move from current prices. So I'd look to sell around this level here if you can potentially. And like I say, if you buy down at this level of support and selling there, that's another 2x if the opportunity does arise. But I think that's it. I think we've covered quite a few assets there. There's a few other assets on there which I've not covered, but we'll try to get to them early next week. Like I say, Monday I'm going to do an RSR video. Following that, we'll do some more altcoin requests, and we'll do a specifically low cap video too. But that's it. That is analysis for today. Happy Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. I'll catch you next time.